So it's day 3 of 21 minutes for 21 days. And I hope you all are having a fantastic day. And today we have a special guest visiting us today. And no one knows more about social media content, in my opinion. At least this is my favorite guy. Than Andrew Borys. And Andrew is here. We're going to talk about social media content, and how this is shaping and influencing our future for the next, who knows, 100 years. More so now than ever, we have all been so dependent on this, right? So hang on one quick second, as you can see. Oh, we don't want to hear about NASA today. Anyway, well, please join me in welcoming Andrew Borys. Andrew, oh, look at you. I managed not to mess up, and there you are. I'm so excited you're here.
Thanks for having me. How are you?
Oh my gosh. I'm really good. Like, managing, of course. Everybody is trying to manage their different virtual meetings. This morning, of course, we're on a meeting. It started at 9:30. I think there was over 500 people in the meeting. They had lots of technical difficulties. It's still going on, but I think they're managing through it. So it's the new way, right? All of this online stuff, but it's right up your alley. My gosh, yeah. You have to. Actually, first of all, so people understand what's going on, right? Why don't you maybe show us something, and then you can tell us all about how you did what you did, okay?
Okay, so we'll just pull this up.
Okay.
Can you see my screen right now, or no?
I can, so let's have a look. Oh, there it is, right?
Okay, so I'll just play this quickly.
Thank you. Take your time.
Here we go. Maybe in 3, 2, 1. No way.
No way. Unbelievable. That I haven't seen. That is incredible.
Yeah, so that's kind of like a little brief overview of some of the videos that I put out over the past year. So just kind of gives a bit of an introduction into my page and what I do.
Oh my Lord. Andrew, that's, I look at that. Those feats are marvelous.
Thank you.
It requires probably a tremendous amount of stamina and patience.
Yeah.
I mean, unbelievable. I read somewhere that you actually hold a Guinness Book of World Record for something. Can you refresh my memory?
Yeah, so a lot of my videos are kind of like beer pong related, and so I have a Guinness World Record in bouncing ping pong balls into a cup the most amount in 1 minute. So
wow,
it's not much, but it's something.
Some of those feats are crazy, like that. What you just said, that girl with the bow and arrow, like, oh my Lord.
So she was actually a contestant on America's Got Talent. She made it to the finals. She made it right to the end, and so I just got to work with her just a couple months ago, actually, and film a couple videos with her. So that was really cool.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So, I understand that some of your work, too, has been used by mega corporations in some of their marketing, their commercials and different things like this. Tell us a little bit about that. How exciting is that?
Yeah, so I guess one of the main questions I get asked is, like, how do you make money from this, or how is this like a real job? And so the main way, or the main reason, like how that all goes about, is corporations and companies will reach out to me in hopes that I can promote something for them. So for example, I've had like Universal Music reach out to me, and they've had me promote like a Bruno Mars and Cardi B song on one of my videos. I've worked with companies like Fatburger. I wear hats all the time, and like in all my videos, you can see me wearing a hat. So I've actually worked with New Era, who like does all these hats. So that was really cool for me. I actually just signed another deal just recently. I don't really want to go into all that yet because I haven't worked with them yet. But so I'm hoping that can turn out to be a long-lasting relationship where I can work with them on an ongoing basis. So looking forward to that and seeing where that goes.
That's fantastic. And I know you have a full, big, giant head of hair. Okay. It's kind of cool that you wear these ball caps, right?
And especially now, I haven't got a haircut in months, so it's like poofy. So I gotta.
A lot of us haven't had a haircut. I'm not sure how many of us are too comfortable going in there yet, but I know we'll have to force ourselves to do that. So, did you hear the comment recently, President Trump and his thing about Twitter? Isn't that interesting?
I haven't seen anything new from him.
Well, he's threatening, because they apparently are fact checking all of his Twitter posts, right? We're back to talking about social media, that he's going to like ban them, right? So something about the freedom of speech, right? But they're fact checking all of his tweets. But then he's the president, so what he says, right, should have some basis of fact. However, so social media, right? Yeah. Tell me where you see this. Your mind is so creative. You guys are so young. You're so incredible geniuses at all of this. Tell us about, these platforms. I've only, even though I've had accounts on everything because of my girls and my young friends, I have a Snapchat account since day one. Do you think I even know what to do with it? Not really. When TikTok, I have a TikTok account, but I don't know what to do with that. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of my friends have young children, right? So you get exposed to all of these things, right? But it seems like, this is the new norm, buddy. So, young people like you helping people like me build a social media presence. It goes hand in hand. We have been using, and of course, I'm with Century 21, and of course, they've been expounding the virtues of Facebook, and a lot of it's ad driven, and Instagram and buying ads and things like this. But I'd like to figure out how is it? I know you're doing interesting things, and some of the people that you're friends with got millions of followers, right? And I know people are fascinated by your feats, of course, and they like funny things. But tell us, what can we do to start because we're going to have to. If we don't embrace social media, right, with marketing of anything that we're doing in our lives, we're going to be left behind. So would you not agree with that statement?
No, I agree. Social media is pretty much it's on everyone's mind. Everyone's on social media. Like you said, all the brands, all the companies are using social media to advertise. I think there's been a big shift where a lot of people, at least around my age, we don't use TVs as much anymore. We'll watch sports events or things like that. But a lot of the advertisements and things that you'll see are done through influencers and through online creators, because a lot of people aren't watching TV anymore. They aren't going through that stuff. And it's also a lot cheaper to use influencers or creators than it is to go through a whole production company. So I don't know specifics on how things cost, but if you think about a Super Bowl commercial,
right?
those cost absolutely millions and millions and millions of dollars to get a 30-second spot on the Super Bowl where you'll get millions of viewers. But
it's millions. It's millions of dollars. Woo.
It's tens of millions or whatever for a 30-second spot. So you can do all of that, or you can find an influencer that will reach millions of people and pay them a fraction of the price and still get the same results. Because you're not paying a whole production company. You're not paying all these separate people. You're paying one person to produce one video or one piece of content regarding the whatever the product is that they're trying to sell, and they're posting it to their audience. And so now you can hire 10, 20, 100 different creators, and you can still be saving way more money than you would be if you were like going through traditional media and trying to get a television spot.
True.
So it's way cheaper and more cost effective for them to go through social media, especially if everyone's on social media and is using this as like the main way of their main form of communication. So it's a lot easier.
So you mentioned you mentioned working like for a burger company, for example, right?
Yeah.
So if that burger company then engages your services, then you are promoting them on your social media platform. You help them find other platforms where they have millions of followers, right?
So when Fatburger reached out to me, they wanted to run a contest where I'd be giving. They just wanted to grow their brand a bit more, and they were willing to offer like a $50 gift card or $100 gift card or something to a winner. So essentially, all I did was I created a cool video. Like as you saw in my opening, I do a lot of trick shots. So I did a cool trick shot video with the Fatburger cups. I posted that on my page, and then I had people follow the Fatburger account and tag a friend in my comment section. So people got to see my video, they got to see the Fatburger brand, and then we randomly selected a winner, and then Fatburger sent them a gift card. So it was to help grow brand awareness. And it was just a little video. It was like a one-time deal. But yeah, so that's how that happened.
Wow. So what would someone have to be? I've seen these contests, like if you're on social media, like you'll see that they'll say enter to win, tag a friend, right?
Yeah.
And so what would someone, I guess so is it only big corporations such as them that can afford to do this? Is this, for someone like me or someone, that works as a small company on a local basis, can they benefit from this? Can they afford to hire someone like you?
Well, it all depends on what you're looking for and the size of the creator that you're trying to have promote your product or service. So a lot of times companies look off how many followers you have. So when they see how many followers you have, you can obviously charge much more. So when people have millions of followers, for a single post, you can be making it can be like a $30,000 to $50,000 post to post a picture, basically.
Whoa, right? So then that's why big corporations, of course, their budgets instead of millions, right? It's achievable, right?
Yeah. But so when you're like a smaller company and you're more local based, what you would want to do, you try and find users. You'd type in like on Instagram, you'd type in the search bar like hashtags. Like, so if you're in Edmonton, you type in Edmonton, or you type in YEG, or you do like YEG creators or something like that. And then you'll find a list of people that post that are in Edmonton. And so then you know that their audience is predominantly going to be in Edmonton. And then you could search, go through their account and be like, is your product or service aligned with what they do? And if it is, then you could work with them. And they're much more likely to have way less following but so they'll be a lot cheaper to work with, but it's also going to be more targeted in the area that you're looking for, so you might see more results that way. Because a lot of these big creators, they have an audience all over the world. So if you're a local business, you might not see the results. But if you hire someone that's from the area, local, they might not have as many followers, but if they have a couple of thousand, you know, a lot of them are going to be in the area, and it will reach a couple thousand people that you might not normally reach if you weren't working with that specific person.
Wow. Well, you know what? It's the future, kiddo. This is totally the future. And, you know, I mean, in our local market as a realtor, you know, and I sit there thinking all the time, like, you know, what can a realtor do? How can a realtor be on TikTok? Like, what can I do? Because people are looking at, you know, I get notifications of the crazy things people are doing, right? But then I think that maybe as a real estate agent, maybe I should be doing something. It doesn't have to be bizarre or whatever, but maybe I don't know, but you'll have to help me with this, because maybe I could showcase something really funky, cool, like water running in a weird sink, or, you know, I mean, some of the houses are interesting, what people do. I don't know.
Honestly, something like that, I could see taking off on TikTok. TikTok promotes the wildest things. And so if you have a funky sink, absolutely, I could see that going viral.
Really? Okay,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
let's do that. Like some of these things that I've seen, oh, Andrew, they're crazy. But I've always, all my life, you know, I've been doing this for 40 years. I've always encouraged people when they're constructing their homes to like push the limit. Like I always remember pushing this guy to make the outside of his corner of his shower all glass, because his house backed onto a ravine. So he's showering in a glass box. And sure, I mean, there's nobody out there but nature. So be naked. Ooh. No, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we're under the sky is so beautiful in Alberta, even when it's like 8 months under snow. But what's more inspiring than standing? You got glass walls. The outside wall is glass, and you're totally naked. You can see the entire ravine in the sky. Come on, that's encouraging, right? But people psychologically are a little shy, right? Even though you're up on the second floor, who's going to see you naked? But he did it. And then I had a hockey player once, and he'd made an offer. We didn't come to terms to buy one of the penthouse units in a building downtown Edmonton. And, you know, we were looking at it, and I was helping him with the design. And guess what I said to him? Okay, in this corner, the outside glazing of this building, it's all glass floor to ceiling. Guess where your shower is going to be? Now, at that point, that was the tallest building downtown Edmonton. Mm-hmm. And I said, who's going to see you? Maybe the window washer, but they give you notice when they're washing windows. And the guy in the helicopter. But if they look, oh my gosh, he was so excited about this prospect. Plus, I mean, you know, I've seen, you know, back in the day, you flick a switch and glass turns, whatever, if you check out the Corning website. So I'm excited then. So real estate could find a way on TikTok. Okay.
Oh, absolutely. You wouldn't normally look for it, but you never know what works on TikTok, and anything could just blow up.
But even on Instagram and things like this, right? But, you know, I realize that everybody's been in a lockdown, and it's, you know, it's about, you know, being in a crisis marketplace. But I think it's like that for everyone, like all your clients, right? Looking for some sort of edge, how to, you know, get back to the normal. Are you finding that more and more people are reaching out to you?
Well, it's not. I'll get people reaching out every once in a while. I feel like as a creator, in a way, it's taken a hit, but at the same time, it might not be the same kind of hit that you would expect, because a lot of companies will have products that they sell online, and that you don't need to go out to do stuff with that product. So in a way, it can be a bit different. But I know for creators like filming, a lot of people go traveling, and they go to different places. and all that's been on lockdown. So a lot of people have stopped creating content because they haven't been able to do the things that they should be doing.
The filming. So that's
Yeah.
a big thing. I know that I had Michael Peterson on my original webinar series, and he's a film producer. He's based out of Calgary. So you're right. They haven't been able to really mobilize and get people in spaces. So then you are looking for a variety of different way to produce content.
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy. So listen, I mean, obviously this subject matter could take up hours, and so we're doing for the next 21 days 21 minutes, and I've got like 50 other questions, and we've been live for 21 minutes and 30 seconds. What else would you like us to know? Am I allowed to say to people, follow you on BBS Doing Nothing on Instagram? And may I post your email address where they can reach out to you? Right?
Yeah.
Do you have room in your life for more clients?
Always looking for new work.
I get first dibs, you know. But I know you're very busy. Boy, you're busy. Hang on one second. Your email address is bbsdoingnothing@outlook.com. So am I allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should come on whenever you do a new video and just launch it. You don't have to be here for long. I know. Yes, people, you're right. The attention span, we've learned that even with real estate. The first like 30 seconds, if you don't capture their attention, you're messed up, right? Yeah. Well, Andrew, is there anything? Please share something interesting with us before you say goodbye.
I don't know. I don't know what's interesting.
Well, you're interesting. So you know what? I think people should just go and check out your Instagram page. I have already in the past told people, right? I know Terrell is following you and a bunch of other people, right? He wants you to come on his game show. You know, he's doing that TE Live. So maybe we'll encourage him. Maybe we can go back on his little game show he runs. I don't know if you've seen it, but I can send you a link. And what I haven't been able to figure out, and perhaps maybe you can help me, you know, Gary V, you've seen Gary V. Well, Gary V goes live on Instagram and he goes live on Facebook, but you can't seem to do it all at once. And I think he has somebody else with a camera, right? So
you can easily set that up. You can just have your Facebook live on your screen and have your phone next to your Facebook.
And then shoot this.
And shoot Instagram.
Okay.
So you can go live on everything.
Well, let's figure that out. I have to figure that out because, you know, I'm manipulating and managing this on my own, right?
Yeah.
But I guess you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I'm willing to learn. Andrew Borys, I am so glad that you're back with us. And for those of you who don't know Andrew, get to know Andrew. He is a verified Instagram public figure. He's got thousands of followers. And Andrew on TikTok, I don't know, I think you got gazillions of followers, okay? And I am always in awe at your patience, your stamina, and all of the cool things that you do. And thank you very much for joining me today. So, you know, this discussion, it's all about social media and shaping, and it's influencing the whole future. So if people don't embrace this, get busy, embrace this way of life. It's a way of life. Andrew, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
I love you. And wait till you see Andrew's little promotional, what do we call it, video that Andrew did for me. That was amazing. I posted it on Facebook, but now you're going to help me post it everywhere. So I do love you and thank you. And we'll be chatting with you later. Okay. Thanks, Andrew. Take good care. Bye for now. So that was Andrew Borys, one of my favorite young people. He's a young man. He's so talented. He's actually very, very brilliant. Anyway, so let's embrace it, people, and follow Andrew. If anything, you'll find it inspiring at BBS Doing Nothing on Instagram. or you can if you have questions, you can contact him at bbsdoingnothing@outlook.com. And I want to thank you guys. We went over our little 21 minutes. It's 25 minutes. So we will be here, right, promoting different subject matters. It's 21 minutes for 21 days to get you sold. So social media is one of the other ways that we promote and market your home. And we Facebook, Instagram, all over, right? Kijiji, the whole works, because that's what people are looking at. I must say, with all of the properties that we have for sale, visit my website at sallymunro.com. And yes, we get, lots and lots of followers. We understand that people are online. But thank you again for joining me, and enjoy this fantastic day. God bless you all, and I will see you live tomorrow, 1 p.m. If you can believe it or not, it's Thursday. So we'll be getting a stock market brief update, and I'm sure that Leonardo will be here with us. So yes, we're here. 21 minutes for 21 days. And got Sally? Get Sally. Thank you for joining me. Bye for now. This is always fun to be here. I am so blessed. See you tomorrow.